DeepBoyce.
That's me.
We only got 2 shows this week, man.
Yeah, I know. They're holding out on us. The CW. They're trying to give us a taste of what it's going to be like in the summer when none of the shows are on air. And the Spectacular Squirrel League is going to be scratching their heads.
I hope it's not scratching. That's nasty.
Scratching their asses and wondering.
Where these Arrowverse, yo, you got any more of these things?
There's a reason why the Hall of Spoilers is just you, me, and Consuela, because a lot of members of the league out there, they got hit by by some bed bugs. There's something going on they got to deal with out here sitting and scratching. But don't worry, when you guys get that sorted out, you guys are more than welcome to join us. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, as I usually do. You're right. 2 shows. Legends of Tomorrow, yes. Black Lightning. And Black Lightning is not going to be here next week.
Oh, it's off. It's off next week?
I think it's coming back the 27th.
Wow. So we are getting a hiatus. I didn't think we were, man. But at least we're going to be getting Legends on a weekly basis, I think. So, you know, I guess we'll have to make do. Yeah. But anyway, DeepBoyce, top 3 power rankings for this week.
Yes.
Okay. Only got 2 shows to choose from. So it's not that big. It's not that we don't have a huge pool here. Yeah. Okay. Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning. Number 3, DeepBoyce.
Number 3 in my power rankings is actually Jennifer
Separate
Pierce.
Power rankings.
Separate power rankings.
You got 3, I got 3 this time.
Yes. Number 3, I'm going with Jennifer Pierce, also known as
Jennifer Pierce.
Lightning, I believe, or will be known as Lightning.
I think so.
And her older sister, Anissa, is Thunder. But, you know, again, you got a few shows, so it may or may not be slim pickings, but I'll give her a shout out on this list because we had someone that we'll probably talk about later chirping at her, trying to get at her while she was just trying to enjoy herself at the skating rink. And she went and she tried to defend herself. Or she successfully defended herself because I believe this other girl put her hands on her. And, you know, the younger one is sort of the rebel just a little bit, I would say. But
yeah, she's definitely the rebel.
But over time, I feel like she is starting to maybe calm down a little bit. I don't know if calm down is the right word, but in this episode...
I don't think so at all. I think she's...
I mean,
I don't know.
In this episode, I thought this was, I guess, the most reasonable that she was compared to all the episodes that I've seen thus far. I mean, honestly, while, I mean, she probably took it a little too far. She, like, broke this girl's wrist. Rule number 1 is don't put your hands on people. Because you never know who you might be putting your hands on. So this other girl should not put her hands on her in the first place. And she just happened to put her hands on the daughter of the superhero, the resident superhero of the city. So, also, real talk, she kind of went a little too far by cutting jokes on the kid that got crippled.
Listen, man, y'all don't joke on nobody with disabilities, man. That's like the lowest of the low. That is special place reserved in the fiery pits of Dante's Inferno, man. You don't joke on people with disabilities, man. That is just... absolutely, that is some hot garbage. You are the worst of the worst, the low of the low. I don't care who you are. All right. So she got her wrist broken, man. She was trying to catch hands with somebody, and her hand got caught. It got caught. Her damn wrist got broken. That's what happened. Yeah. Okay. Good for that chick. We're gonna talk about her later. Jennifer Pierce. I'll leave you with that one, man.
Jennifer Pierce, number 3.
Me at number 3.
Yes.
I also got somebody from Black Lightning.
Uh-oh.
And I am going with Tobias Whale. All right. I was back and forth on Tobias Whale because, to be honest with you, I feel like Tobias Whale, I just need a little bit more, like, villainy from him. I don't know what it is. Like, brute force is fine. Like, that's cool. But, like, I just need a little bit more out of him. And I feel like today, this episode, you know, at the time recorded, the episode that came out this week was solid in terms of just, you know, letting me know that this dude got issues, man. We also got some hints about... you know, his past, you know, apparently he's got injected with some sort of like experimental formula that's giving him enhanced strength, which we were sort of wondering about before, but I think we can pretty much confirm.
And
that he has
he doesn't age, or he ages really slowly, apparently.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy also. I'm looking forward to seeing maybe some flashbacks in that regard, but I'm glad they went with something. Like, I thought they were just going to make him a crime boss who just happens to be very, you know, somewhat strong, like maybe abnormal for a human, but not anything like, I don't know, meta-human related. But I'm glad they went with that. And also, you know, and you know, seeing him sort of explore his past and explore his background. I mean, we got to see him meet his father, and we didn't get to meet his father for too long because, I mean, the man broke his damn back. Like, that was ridiculous. Like,
Black Lightning's
he's
back.
like, yo.
Tobias breaking backs.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. He broke his back, and he was like, you gonna lay there. You gonna die. He was like, you gonna lay there, and you gonna die for mistreating me, father. I love the way he talks, man. I'll be cracking up sometimes. He's like, don't you be mean to me, man. Lady Eve's gonna pay. I'm just like, dang, his face is always like screwed up when he's talking. Like, he always be going in with his mouth when he talks. And I'm like, dang, man, I feel like this guy's about to just like take his jaw off and hit me with it or something, man. He's got a lot going on there. But, you know, I appreciated his villainous portrayal this week. I appreciated them giving him a little bit of a tragic backstory. I just wish they would have gone into it just a little bit more. I wish we would have had a chance to see a little bit more of his father. And they alluded to his mother, which I'm sure we'll learn about also. And something about his sister, I'm just like, I know you're like sort of like evil and messed up, but you seem like not evil and messed up. And usually that would be creepy, but it's not creepy. It's just like, I'm not really sure where you're going with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's sometimes when there's a character who's like, I'm gonna be really nice, but I'm actually super sociopathic. Like, she doesn't have that. She has like, I care for you, bro. I care for you, my brother, but yo, let me go take you and beat dad up, man. It's like something about it just doesn't resonate with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's missing something. Like, either she needs to up the creep factor or up the I don't give a damn factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of those things needs to balance out the scales of his sisterly issues or her issues as his sister or something like that. I don't know. They're familial problems.
I would agree. The two of them, there's, well, not to sound too harsh, but she almost seems a bit unnecessary. I mean, she just came around, so I guess we'll see. But I'm not really sure what purpose she serves on the show. And I think Tobias is hurt a little bit by the fact that they focus a lot more on Black Lightning and his family.
Sure.
Not that necessarily bad, but I do agree that they should maybe give us a bit more here. I mean, you know, we're starting to get a little bit of his backstory, and we know that he killed Black Lightning, or not killed Black Lightning. Yeah, supposedly killed Black Lightning, possibly killed Black Lightning's father. But I don't know. It's just I'm also having an issue connecting with him as well.
Yeah. I mean, I want to, and I'm giving him the number 3 spot pretty much because he was like, yo, if Black Lightning is back, I'm breaking my dad's back. Like, he was, you know, like, I was kind of crazy, like how I knew he was gonna hurt him, but like, I thought he was just gonna kill him, but he's like, no, I'm just gonna break your back and leave you here. I was like, oh, like that's a little extra, but you know, number 3 spot, man. DeepBoyce, who you got at number 2, man?
Number 2, I've got Anissa Pierce.
Okay, give us some sisterly love here. I see.
AKA Thunder.
That was some fun. Almost knocked the water out of my chest just now.
I mean, you know why. You know.
I mean, listen,
if you
man.
care to elaborate, Hazy.
I'm just saying, when she was training in that cat suit, man. Woo! She was looking thicker than a snicker, y'all. She was looking thicker than a Sunday newspaper. You know what I'm saying, Dad? I was like, girl, you thicker than a bolo on me, man. Shoot. Cat suit pants didn't hold up for a second. Said Crips as soon as she did that squat down. I was like, I'm too thick for these. I was like,
listen, I'm just giving you the soapbox so you could just explain the thoughts of everyone watching. You know what I'm saying?
oh my gosh, man. I was like, please don't do it. I was like, Black Lightning's back and so is my libido. I was like, please don't do it, girl. I was like, man, you thick. I'm like, THICC, thick. I'm like, dang. I was like, man, she ain't even into anybody like me, so I can't do nothing about that. And this is like, yo, she told that dude in the lingerie store, she was like, I don't roll that way, player. I was like, just shot me out the sky just now. I thought I had a chance, but I mean, listen.
Number 2.
Other than that, on a superhero grind.
Yes, obviously, and being developing as a very interesting character on the show. You know, working on 2 fronts or even 3 fronts because she's a volunteer at the school. Now she's, you know, uncovering the past, trying to get to the bottom of what ails the city, and eventually going to find out how it's intertwined with her own family. And although her costume was,
here we go.
It looked a little weird. Maybe it was an homage. I don't know Black Lightning like that, so I'm assuming it was an homage to her comic book counterpart, or something maybe. Kind of a call out to that. I'm not sure. It did look a little crazy. She kind of looked like Beyonce in the Super Bowl about 2 years ago.
It's a proto suit.
It's a proto suit, and you know, I'm honestly when it comes to proto suits, I'm fine if they look a little stupid, as long as we've already seen promotional images of what her suit will eventually become. So
it looks dope.
It looks dope. And I like the blue and the gold and all that. It looks. Maybe that's intentional. Blue and the gold. They're in high school.
Maybe. But I'll tell you right now, I'm definitely feeling. You know, speaking of suits, I'm feeling Black Lightning suit.
Yeah.
When we saw the promotional pictures, I wasn't too sure how it was gonna look in action, but I'll keep it $150, man. He got a dope suit. Like his suit looks like, even with the lights turned off, like obviously there's lighting on the suit, but like even with his like electricity not flowing through it, I was like, damn, that's a pretty dope suit. I still feel like the lightning bolts need to look a little bit more like lightning bolt like.
True.
It still looks
that's
good.
really my only gripe, I guess, because they're coming down the shoulders and the coloring's just a little bit off, but it's not bad. It's not bad, but like I said, Anissa Pierce doing her thing on all different fronts. I'm liking where she's one of the more interesting characters on the show. So I like what they're doing.
Yeah, and she's uncovered a mystery about the Pierce grandfather, her grandfather, and he clearly has some ties to Tobias Wells's serum thing and whatever was going on. Like he clearly investigated that story, and it appears Tobias Wells actually killed him.
Yeah.
So if you saw the promo trailers for next week, it appears that Tobias Wells killed Jefferson's father. So there's definitely an info dump coming in that respect. But I like the digging she was doing too, man. I was just like, yo, you leaving your fingerprints everywhere, girl.
That's true.
You out here, y'all out here worried about a secret identity, you getting a costume, you getting all wigs and whatnot, but you can't wear some gloves. The fingerprints are the quickest way to identify somebody, man. Come on, girl. And she been arrested before because he's on her activist grind.
Oh damn.
She already printed. Come on, girl. Hey, Henderson gonna lock your ass off. Number 2 from HazyRome this week. Number 2 for me this week is Sara Lance over on Legends of Tomorrow.
All right.
I'm gonna talk more about this with my number 1.
Yeah.
But I just love Sara Lance, man. Like I was just watching this. I'm like, yo, like she is one of the best characters in the Arrowverse, man. And like just the way, they have her go through like her struggles. She has some connection to Mallus we find on this episode. And I just enjoy her presence on the screen, and I just enjoy the way she takes charge of the situation, and I enjoy the way she makes mistakes. Like she doesn't annoy me like other people, where other people are just like dumb. Like some other people are just dumb in terms of like how they act in certain situations. But with her, I feel like she's very driven by her heart, and that is such like a canary thing. You know what I mean? Like whether it's Black Canary, I know she's White Canary, but like you're talking about like comic book Black Canary, that's like such a canary thing to be so driven by how you feel about something. And I just appreciate Sara Lance, man. I enjoyed her in this Legends of Tomorrow episode. Her sort of trying to save this girl who turns out to be this Damien Dark's daughter from Mallus, and her dedication to that. Whenever they focus on Sara Lance, I'm just like, this show can be dope if they just tone down like the silly hijinks and stupidity for stupidity's sake and focus on people like her. And I will get into that with my number 1, but Sara Lance is number 2 for me. The Superior Lance, as I like to call her.
The one and only, the true Lance of the Arrowverse.
She was better than Laurel, man. I'm sorry, man. I hate to say it, man. She was a better character than Laurel.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm sorry, and she continues to prove that. DeepBoyce, man, numero uno, man. Who's your number one this week?
My number one is a bit of it's a 2-in-1, and it's related to your number 2. It might be related to your number 1. But I'm taking them together, and I'm putting them together because they were together on this episode, and that's Constantine and Sara Lance together.
Okay,
because they were making it happen on multiple fronts.
I'm surprised you didn't dig way back into one of your other
love.
All the love. That was one of the worst.
Listen,
that was one of the worst choices you ever had. All the love. Listen, I was like, get that out of here, bro.
I was just in the moment. I was in the moment, and I didn't know how to fully express myself. I was feeling a certain type of way, and I was excited. It was a dope crossover. All right, it came from a good place. But anyway, back to my number
all
one.
the love.
John Constantine, who I guess seemingly left this episode. He should just be on the team. After that one episode, I'm like, keep this guy in the team. Make this show about him and Sara Lance. Get rid of everybody else.
Yo, can we talk? Let me just transition into my number one so we can talk about this together, man. My number one is also Constantine. Can we, like, really either figure out some way to rotate members in and also rotate members out, or just like take out some of the extra fat here, man? Trim the fat a little bit. Like, I so enjoyed the trio of Sara Lance, Leo, aka Captain Cold of Earth X,
oh yeah,
and Constantine. I don't know if I said Constantine twice. I think I said Sara Lance first.
Yeah, Sara Lance.
But the three of them together, I was like, this could be Legends, and I would be fine with it.
Yeah.
I was like, I would be fine with that. And you could even throw in Mick, because Mick was all right this episode, but they gave him very little to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Zari and Ray, like, they were dealing with, you know, Dark's sister, or Dark's daughter, but they kept it chill. You know what I'm saying? They kept it super chill. It wasn't like, hey, I'm going to be whacking stupid, make terrible decisions that ruin the mission. Like, I know that's a staple of the team. I get it, but sometimes it gets a little bit old.
Yeah.
But Matt Ryan as Constantine is fantastic, man. I only understand about 85% of what he says, but I mean, it's like, I need love you, not it's like, yeah. Just like, yeah, boy. It's like, I mean, your dad need love. And I'm just like, you got it, Constantine. Anything the guy wants, I'm down, man. I'm down with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, DeepBoyce, man, talk to me about how you felt about Legends this week with just Constantine on there, man. Like,
that was a good episode.
It's a pity that he can't stick around.
I thought that was a good episode.
Yeah.
And they did something that I don't think they've done before, where they're in the same place but in 2 different time periods. They were in the mental institute.
Oh, yeah.
So one team was coming after, what's her name, Nora Dark, in 28. I think it said 2016 or 17. Because it was around the time when Damien Dark died. Because they showed it up on the news.
I think it was Star City 2017.
Yeah.
I think they were in Star City 2017. Yeah.
So they were in, I guess, last year, but then they were also in the same place way back in time.
Question. I don't think it was when Damien Dark died. I think that they were, I think what the news was saying was that Mayor Oliver Queen, was under trial for being the Green Arrow.
True.
And thus for murdering, like, he was being accused of murdering Damien Dark because he's been revealed or allegedly revealed as the Green Arrow. So I think it was a news report for present day.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that.
No, you're right.
Or like
you're right.
Present day.
You're right. But I think that was an interesting thing to do on the episode because it gives the team something to do, and that's usually a problem. I mean, that's what happened with Firestone. They never had anything for them to do, so you actually have all the team members out there doing something, and even if they're not using their powers, they're at least doing something that is important to the plot, in its own way.
Firestone was also way too powerful.
Yeah,
they couldn't find anything for the guy to do, but. I liked how, because of this episode, it wasn't a situation where powers are going to necessarily get you out of this. So you got to use your brains.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to use your ingenuity a little bit. And the occult sort of took the idea of, hey, we can just muscle our way into this situation, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
agreed. I mean, you know, for a second there, I thought I was watching Supernatural, but but regardless, that was one of the better episodes of Legends of Tomorrow for this season, and this season, is shaping up to be the best season of Legends. I guess I'd say, to be quite honest with you. I mean, the episodes in themselves are pretty solid, and they have an overall story that they're leading towards. And it's a shame, like we said, that some of the more interesting characters aren't in the spotlight on the show. I mean, we'll talk about just Legends as a whole, I guess, a little bit more later, some of the characters. But listen, some of these characters are a little bit more important.
It's like into your butt masses just now.
Some of these characters are just more important than others. They just are.
I agree.
And if you trim the fat on like two, like if you just eliminate maybe like 3 of them, totally fine. Wouldn't affect the show at all.
Yeah, or maybe even find a way to maybe have some of them be on missions. You know, maybe they leave certain characters and missions on like time fixing missions or something like that, and like, I don't know, focus on one team for one mission and focus on another team for another mission. I don't know, something to like. I think the easiest way is to maybe have a little bit more of like revolving doors.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a way they could do some revolving doors where they have people on certain missions. Because part of me seeing Constantine leave, and like, I know they're going to eventually add Kid Flash. I know he's going to come on as a guest first, and then he's going to, I think, maybe leave, and then he's going to come back on officially. I'm not really I want to see what they do with Wally West, but like, given what I know about Wally West and how he's been portrayed on The Flash, I'm not particularly excited about his personality. Like, Matt Ryan brings like charisma to the role. Like, I can't say, like, you know, no offense to Keenan Linesdale. I'm no offense to him, but like, I don't feel like he brings charisma to the role. And it may not be him, it may be the writing, but there's something lacking with his character. You know what I'm saying? Could be better in Legends. Maybe the change of scenery will do well for both, you know, the character and the actor. I don't know, but you know, I'm looking at Constantine. I see him walk out the door, and I'm just like, it's a shame.
No, don't go.
It's a shame. I'm like, don't go, please.